Good morning, guys. Hope everyone's having a good morning today. We got a decent amount of movers. So we actually have some nice gappers today in pre-market. We have CR. Whoa, man, that was loud. Forgive me for playing the intro music this early because I have to mess with the volume, and I actually had to switch over my different scenes on OBS, and so I accidentally put up the wrong scene this morning. So forgive me for that, guys. I know it was loud. But yeah, watching CRON. It's been moving a decent amount here. This is a cannabis stock. It's been moving a lot the last few days. Gapping up from 1204 to 1218, but it went as high as 1390 and then gave all of that big gap up back. So curious to see where Cron goes. AFMD gapping up from 155 to 435, so a huge gap up here. Definitely looking to short this one. Same thing with STAF, gapping up from 193 to 250. It's got an obvious support level at 244 and 250, so if it breaks underneath that, it does have a gap to fill. Going to be watching that. ABIL from 351 to 422 or 421. Keeping an eye on that one as well. There's a few other ones. CGC. You can see CGC gapping down here. From 46.32 to 44.25. There's TLRY, and most of these are cannabis stocks. HEI gapping up from 80 to 86.50. BRKS gapping up from 30.25 to 35.25. BILI gapping up from 11.53 to 12.58, about $1. Yeah, that's about it. DSW. Gapping up from 27.20 to 32.80. BRKS, I think I went up with that one already, from 30.25 to 35.25. And yeah, that's basically it. Not a bad morning here. We actually got a decent amount of movers. AFMD's not tradable. What's up, Quentin? How you been, brother? How you been, man? What's up? What's up, Keith? Welcome back, brother. Welcome back, man. Let's see how many of these are tradable. That's a good idea. I'm really curious. Let me call Mitch really quick first. Let me give Mitch a call. There we go. Oh, he's gonna be Mitch is going to a conference today. Okay, so yeah, Mitch isn't gonna be here, guys. And so that's fine. No worries. Hey, brother, I just saw your text, man. Enjoy the conference, brother. Enjoy the conference, man. I can hear Gary V in the background. I gotta turn you down, Mitch, because it's loud. But I can hear Gary V in the background, brother. That's cool, man. That's cool. You can hear Mitch is at a Gary V conference. It's like an investors entrepreneurial conference. So have fun, Mitch. See you later, brother. Later. That was cool, though, man. That was cool. Mitch is at that investors conference, man. Hearing those motivational speeches, man. That's cool. I'd like to go to one of those, man. I could hear Gary V in the background though. That's cool. Yeah. No worries, guys. No worries. Yeah, appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it, man. All right, so yeah, let's see how many of these are actually tradable. All right, so ABIL is tradable. Nice. CRON obviously is tradable. STAF is tradable. AFMD is not. Oh, that's a bummer. CGC is tradable. TLRY is tradable. HEI should be tradable. What? HEI is not tradable. BRKS is. That's good. BILI is. IGC. IGC is not tradable yet. They never added that one. BRKS is good. DSW. All right, so a large majority of these are. Let's see how many of that is not tradable. 1, 2, 3. So 3 out of, what is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 11. 3 out of 11. Yeah, we'll do Mitch. Let's just focus on this bigger size. And guys, remember, I got to use 300 shares today, even if I take a bigger loss, you know. But the thing about it, guys, is that if I do take a bigger loss today trading the markets, you can't criticize me for it. Like a lot of times, like even with this huge green streak that I've been doing, even with this big green streak, right? Like every time I have a red day, I get criticized by somebody, you know? And so it's like, regardless of how many green days I had before it, anytime I have a red day, you know, the internet's just kind of brutal with it. And so I think if I'm going to use 300 shares, the criticism's got to go, you know what I mean? Because the losses are going to be bigger because my sizing is bigger. And that's what people have to understand. And that's okay. If I take a $50 or $60 loss today, you know, that's fine. You know, because when I'm making gains, hopefully it'll be, you know, $100, $120 gains. And so that's fine. Yeah, watching staff for sure here. Not a bad morning, guys. We actually got a decent amount moving here. Not too shabby, really. And honestly, I'm excited because, like, I'm bringing this account back up. Like, this account was down to 13,670. And I've brought it up to 13,753. And so that's pretty good, man. I brought it up about $70 here. So we'll see if it keeps going. Going to be looking for some VWAP fades here. I could do that with ABIL. Let me catch back up on the chat. Good morning, Callum. What's up, brother? Kodak Troll, good morning. NYC, good morning. Tiny, good morning. Huguetes, good morning. Sonic, good morning. Seven, what's up, brother? Good morning. John Ennis, good morning. D Champion, good morning. Keith Howard, good morning. Quentin, how you been, Quentin? Quentin, it's been a long time, brother. Where you been, man? I haven't seen you in a while, brother. So nice to have you back here, Quentin. Hope you've been doing well, brother. Anyways, NYC, good morning. IGC was my big winner yesterday with 100 shares in at 108. Nice work, Seven. Yeah, we'll see what staff does here. Yeah, that's right, man. You gotta ignore the nonsense, man. Exactly, Derek. Like, that's the thing, man. So here's the thing. Like, if you've watched me traded, right, and I'm actually really excited for my trading because the last 3 weeks, I've been averaging 1 red day a week. You know, so averaging 80% daily accuracy each week. You know, last week I had 1 losing day. The week before that, I had 1 losing day. And the week before that, I had 1 losing day. And all the other days were profitable. And so my trading's been going extremely well. And I think people are just kind of waiting for me to, like, do poorly so they can criticize, you know, because I think the internet's full of insecure people. And so whenever, you know, it makes them feel better to criticize others. And that's fine, like, however they want to approach it. But all I'm saying is they better not criticize me once I use bigger sizing or, you know, I'll ban them from the channel. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean constructive criticism, right? Like, that doesn't mean constructive criticism. That means more like, what are you doing, bro? You need to fix this. Like, that's, you know what I mean? Constructive criticism's fine, you know? Like, I actually welcome that. But if it's just kind of like hating on me, then I'm just going to ban you, you know? That's right, Fing. That's right, brother. Good morning, KC. What's up, man? Yeah, I got the list, bro. What's up, Arians World? Good morning, man. Jose, good morning. It's night there in Indonesia. That's crazy. Yeah, it's early in the morning here, man. Where I live, it's 8 o'clock. You can see my time here. It's 8 a.m. Here in Texas in Central Time. Good morning, Glenn. Cody, good morning. From Miami. Nice, brother. Nice. Outsiders, what's up, brother? Track Racer. Where's Track Racer been? Boot the Trolls, bro. Yeah, for sure, Keith. What's up, Outsiders? No. I haven't posted it yet. Here it is. There's my watch list thus far. If you want my watch list mailed to you, go check out SnapTrade. Um, One of the most common questions I get is how I find stocks to trade, and I've been using this website called SnapTrade. It's a really awesome free resource for traders. You can see there's all these pre-selected scans like recent earnings, upcoming earnings, community, top movers, but I've been using them to organize and build my watch list each morning, and so you can see I can add like pre-selected watch list. So if I wanted to add one for, VWAP fade potential, I can just type in VWAP fade here and it will build its own watch list for that. And then if I wanted to add things to this list, all I have to do is click tag and go to VWAP fade and it'll make that list for me. You can see here. And so it's a really awesome free website to organize and build your watch list. I've been sharing my watch list with a few people each morning. And so if you want my watch list shared with you a little bit earlier in the market day, all you have to do is sign up to SnapTrade and send me your email or username, and I'll add you to the list and share my watch list with you on SnapTrade a little bit earlier in the market day. But it also has this free scanner here you can check out. A lot of nice little pre-selected things. I can search for, I can change the 3-day trend, the price level, the price, the sector, and a lot of different stuff here. It's a really awesome free resource called SnapTrade. Go check them out. That's snaptrade.us. They did sponsor today's news, so go check them out. But yeah, not a bad morning here. Honestly, I'm kind of just like, here's the way I'm truly feeling is that I've been having so many green days lately. I'm just waiting for it to stop, Like, I want to keep this streak up. Oh, sorry, guys. I posted my watch list twice. I meant to post SnapTrade. SnapTrade's link. Here you go. Here's SnapTrade's link. Yeah, man. I got some, brother. I got some, man. I've been drinking it. Ugh. It's good, man. It's good. I think I spilled it. Like I spilled it all over my kitchen this morning, trying to. My blender was dirty, and I didn't feel like cleaning my blender off to mix the ghee in with the coffee, and so I put it in one of those like pre-coffee mug things, and I tried to close it with my finger and shake it up, and it ended up spraying coffee all over my kitchen. I had to wipe it down. Probably caused me more work than it would have just to clean my blender, but. All right, so a decent amount of these are tradable. I think 8 out of 11 are tradable today, maybe 9 out of 11. And so that's pretty good, better than 80% of stocks that are tradable. And so, hopefully today goes well. My ultimate plan with this one is to jump in with like 150 shares and then add another 150, maybe jump in with 200 shares and then add another 150 or 100 to that position if it moves up to one of the levels I'm looking for. And so we'll see how that goes today. We'll go ahead and look over the news as well. Yeah, for sure, Keith. It's funny how traders feel like that. Got it, Skynet. Skynet, I don't know how I'm going to remember that, man. I'm just messing with you, though. I'll add it. I got you. But yeah, so it's funny how traders kind of think like that. Like, I've been doing so well lately that I'm not used to doing this well, Like, I've been having one red day a week. I'm just not used to doing this well. And so I'm just kind of sitting back waiting for just waiting for the bad trades to happen. You know what I mean? And I don't, I got to stay confident in my setup. That's something I thought about. Like, I can't be so pessimistic with that. Like, I have to stay confident in this setup because this setup is a good setup. It's a reliable setup. If you've been watching the stream, you can tell the VWAP fade setup is legit. And, like I said, I think a lot of these big time gurus and traders and people who sell courses and people on YouTube, I think a lot of them really are going to start preaching about this setup. I think they're going to watch me or somebody else do it, and they're going to realize how much validity it has, and they're going to start preaching about the VWAP fade setup. They're going to start trying to sell you their course and use the VWAP fade setup as kind of its poster boy strategy. You know what I mean? And I can really see that happening. Like, I think a lot of these big time gurus are going to start preaching about this setup, and that's fine. I'd be very weary if they try to sell you anything based off of teaching you this setup, because they most likely copied it from somebody else. But I really don't mind them teaching the setup, just because the more people that are looking for a specific setup or strategy, the more momentum that setup's actually going to have in the markets. And so it's okay. The more people that know about it is actually better. But moving on, let's go over the news. Look at IGC just tank here. Look at this. Look at IGC just tank. This thing gapped up and ran big yesterday, and now it's just washing down. High of pre and after hours is 187. It's down to 113 now. So crazy drop here. CRON, same thing. Watching the rest of the cannabis stocks, see what they do. CGC, same thing. So cannabis stocks are starting to kind of give it all back here. We'll see what happens. I would prefer them gapped up, but we'll see, guys. We'll see. Nice, Quentin. Nice, Quint. What's up, Live? How you doing, brother? What's up, Track Racer? How you doing, man? What's up, Daniel? Yeah, Mitch isn't here today, man. It's just me. Mitch is at a Gary V, investors conference. I think he sent me some pictures. If you guys want to see the pictures he sent, let's see what Mitch is sending. Yeah, check Mitch out. Check it out, guys. This is where Mitch is. He's at a Gary V conference, and so I thought that was cool. Yeah, Gary V's at Mitch is at a Gary V kind of conference, and so that's cool. Anyways, moving on to the news here. All right, so let's see. So the first one I'm looking at is STAF. This one ran a decent amount last week. I think it was either last week or the week before for STAF. So STAF 360 announced the acquisition of Key Resources Incorporated. Yeah, they announced an acquisition of a recruitment firm, Clement May. Yeah, so they put out news that they're acquiring Key Resources, and for instance, this stock on July 9th spiked 200% on July 9th because it put out a press release that it was acquiring Clement May, and it spiked over 200%. And so today it put out that it's acquiring Key Resources, and so we'll really look to see if this one spikes or if it washes out. I could see it go either way. Another one I'm looking at is ABIL. It's the top left chart, ABIL. Let's look at AFMD real quick. I'll go back to ABIO. Alright, AFMD is probably the biggest percentage gapper. It's gapping up from 155 to 425. So just a ridiculous gap up here for AFMD. And the reason AFMD is gapping up is because it announced a cancer collaboration with Genentech. And so that's pretty good news. We'll see. I think it may be a little overbought here. If I could trade it, it's not tradable on TEFs, but if I could trade it, I'd definitely be short biased. And so we'll see where this one goes. Moving back on to ABIL here. I don't really see any news out on ABIL here. Yeah, no news out on ABIL. So I'm really looking to short this one at least down to 360, 350 here. We'll see where that one goes though. CRON, let's look at the cannabis stocks. They've been kind of going crazy today. All right, so let's look back at CRON. I'm trying to find some of these cannabis stocks. I mean, these are actually going down, but HEI. Yeah, I mean, I think this is just. I think most of these cannabis stocks are just up on momentum. You can see CRON. You can see CGC down some. TLRY down some. What's another cannabis stock? I know there's another one. I just can't think of it. But yeah, a lot of these cannabis stocks are starting to drop. We'll see where they go. But I think one of them probably has news, and the rest are just up on sympathy. I'll see if I can find it. CGC maybe. Let me look. So I see a press release that came out on for a news commentary that is talking about how the global cannabis growth is going to continue to outpace investor expectations and others' expectations because revenues are up. And so I think that press release is maybe affecting the entire cannabis stock sector, but we'll see where some of these go. If you know any news on one of these cannabis stocks this morning, let me know. I don't see anything. Another one I'm looking at is BRKS here. You see BRKS gapping from 30.25 to 35.60. Yeah, but definitely showing some volatility this morning in the markets. I mean, I don't really see anything for BRKS. Oh, wait. Yeah. So Atlas Copco bought Brooks Automation cryogenic business for $675 million. So BRKS sold their cryogenic business for $675 million to Atlas Copco. So that's making it gap up. Yeah, $625 million. I mean, that's enough to make it gap up, I think. But yeah, so we'll see where that one goes. IGC just tanking here as well. I think IGC is another cannabis stock. Oh, Indian Global Cap is what this stands for. Yeah, I think it's just another cannabis stock. And then finally, DSW. Gapping up from 27.20 to 32.79. All right, so it sounds like good second quarter earnings came out. They beat the street expectations, and that some people are saying it's on track for one of the largest single day gains in company history. We'll see where DSW goes. Interesting here. Good second quarter earnings, so we'll see if that hype can keep up. But yeah, that's basically it right now. Let me check back up on the chat. Yeah, for sure, Daniel. I mean, I'm telling you, brother. It's not even the VWAP projection, Daniel. The VWAP projection here's the thing. Like, the VWAP projection, at least in my opinion, isn't as reliable. You know, and this is just me being honest with you. The good thing about the VWAP projection, though, is the VWAP projection has good risk to reward most of the time. And so even if it's not as accurate as the VWAP fade, it's still legit, right? But the VWAP fade, I backtested it over a year's period, and it had a 73% accuracy rate. And it usually has good risk to reward. And so that's why I love it. I've already backtested that one, but I appreciate the fact that you're actually backtesting it as well. But yeah, 73% accuracy is huge. And so, you know, that's why I use it so much. And that's fine, you know. Yeah, watching Kron. Yeah, for sure. No worries, Track Racer. Hey, I appreciate any advice or anything you can give me, Track. So yeah, don't worry about it, brother. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, don't feel bad telling me stuff like that, man. I want to hear stuff like that. Sometimes I may miss, stuff like the overall market cap. Good morning, the best. What's up, man? How you doing, brother? Vitor, CRON. Yeah, CRON is just tanking. A lot of these cannabis stocks are tanking here this morning. TLRY has earnings after the bell today. Interesting. Yeah, most of the pot stocks are crashing. Hey, yeah, you got lucky, NYC, for sure. Yeah, I have trade ideas. Arian's World, send it to me, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, guys, go check out Arian's World and Callum's channel. Let me see if I can find both of you. I usually use Arian's World scanner to find stocks that are moving. Let me see. Yeah, so go check out Arian's World. Here he is. He live streams his free scanner, so go check him out. Also, Callum. I didn't forget about you, brother. What is it, Callum Parker? I think that's right. Yeah, that's right. I didn't forget about you, Callum. I'll go ahead and post your link, brother. So go check out Callum. Callum's channel as well. He records his trades and posts his trades. So go check out Callum as well, guys. Callum and Arian, I got y'all. See, I support fellow members of the chat. I support them. Anyways. Drinking this bulletproof coffee. It's good. Yeah, so, you know, I'm kind of a boring trader here. Like, I trade the same thing over and over and over and over again. But it does work. And so, boring is good in trading. And so, I'm just trying to keep it boring and trade that same setup over and over and over again. Oh, tell him I said what's up, Tiny. That's cool. Yeah, tell Ant I hope he's doing well, Tiny. Sorry, I'm just not seeing that. Yeah, for sure, Track Racer. AFMD, unfortunately, is not tradable. I wish it was, though. But yeah, it's not tradable. It's the biggest gapper this morning, the biggest percentage move. But here's the thing, though. Like, something I was saying the other day, regardless of whether it's real news or fake news, I still look for the VWAP fade. Why do I still look for the VWAP fade? Is because a lot of times, even if the catalyst is real, the stock can still be overextended on the upside and overbought. And so I can still look for the VWAP fade because even if it's real news, a lot of times the VWAP fade is still in play. At least from what I've seen. You can DM me on Twitter, Arian's World, or Facebook. And my handle for both is at Beginner Trades. So Beginner TRADES. And so just message me on there, man. I'll get back with you, bro. Yeah, no worries, Callum. No worries, brother. Yeah, for sure, Rel. I just try to keep it boring, brother. You know. Oh yeah, for sure. No, I get it, Track Racer. I appreciate you letting me know. It's hard to tell sometimes whether a news is real or not, is legit or not, or if it's just a puff piece. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure, Tiny. Yeah, I mean, I try to keep my trading boring. You know, the traders that try to make it super exciting are the traders that end up losing. I just try to do the same thing over and over again. I back test a working setup and I just use it over and over and over again, and that's it. It works most of the time. It's enough for me to build off of, and, I'm just going to keep trying to use it over and over again. And, I mean, obviously, regardless of how boring it is, like, the setup works. Like, in the last week, since the beginning of last week, I've had one losing day. One losing day out of, what is that, 7 at this point. 6 or 7. I've had one losing day, and so I'm really proud of that, actually. That's pretty good. And now it's just about scaling up. No way, man. First off, here's the thing, though, Track Racer. I don't know if Bulletproof Coffee is an actual brand. I think it's just the type of coffee. TIS 7. Yeah, TIS is up a lot from yesterday. Look at all these really nice VWAP bounces here, though. This thing just bounced off the VWAP over and over again. Here, here, here. Not too bad. Is TIS tradable? And staff breaking out some more here. It's up to 292. What's up, Cool Yo? How you been, man? Been a while, brother. What's up, Cole? Hope you're doing well, man. Oh yeah, for sure, Keith. Oh, there is a brand called Bulletproof. Oh well, don't tell them, but I'm not drinking it. Honestly, I just bought some ghee. I bought some ghee, which is like butter with all the moisture taken out of it, so it kind of is like wax. And I just take 2 teaspoons and throw it in my coffee, and then blend it together or shake it up. And that's all I do. And I mean, it's the same thing, I think, but don't tell them that I'm not using it. What's up, Ashton? Good morning, bro. Good morning, man. But yeah, my strategy with the VWAP fade is actually really simple. You know, it's usually good risk to reward. Like the perfect example I like to use is STAF here. Like if I look at STAF, it's a very simple strategy. I do the same thing every time. At least I try to. But if I pull up STAF, this was the last time. This is a perfect example of the VWAP fade right here on the bottom left. So you can see big run at the open, a pullback to the VWAP here. And look at this. Pullback to the VWAP. I try to sell partial at the low of the day right here. And so it's good risk to reward. You could set your risk here at 317. So from 312 to 317 is 5 cent risk. Potential reward is from 312 to 292. And so what is that? 20 cent reward, 5 cent risk, 4 to 1 on your risk to reward on these type of setups. And so this is why I like trading them. But same thing every time, and it works. You know, you just got to have the patience. But man, look at STAF. Whoa. Up to 326, 330 now. Crazy move here. I know I don't have the MCT oil, brother. I've heard about that. I need to use it. Oh yeah, for sure. Cool. No worries, brother. Yeah, I still gotta use it, man. I still gotta use it. But dude, just let me live in my delusions here and call the coffee I'm drinking bulletproof. You know, even though it may not be, just let me pretend like it is. You know. But man, so we'll see where the cannabis stocks go today. A lot of them are tanking here. And so we'll see what happens with some of these. But a lot of them are tanking this morning. We'll see if they continue. They might be a little overextended. Let's look at the daily chart for something like CRON for Cron here. I mean, where's it at now? 1150s. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go run to the restroom really quick before the open so I don't have to get up after that. So I'll be right back, guys. Stay tuned. Opens in 3 minutes. All right, I'm back. We got about a minute and a half left. Yeah, for sure, Track Racer it is, man. It is for sure. All right, so good luck, guys. Good luck, good luck. So we got ABIL on my main watch, CRON, and the rest of the cannabis stocks, STAF. Some of the cannabis stocks are starting to bounce back some here, but we got 1 minute. I may look at DSW, BILI as well. I wish I could trade, what is it, AFMD. I wish I could trade that one. Yeah, I mean, Glenn, naturally when I see a stock gap up this much, I'm usually pretty short biased with it. And so we'll see what happens, you know. But usually I'm short biased. I don't like to stay too rigid, though, with that. Just because if it doesn't look good, I don't want to force it. And so we'll see what happens. We got 20 seconds, guys, so good luck. You could also see TLRY is kind of bouncing back some here. All right, here's the open, guys, so good luck, good luck. With AFMD, I can't trade it, and so it's hard to, I'm definitely short biased with it, but I can't trade it, and so, you know, it's just not one I can really take the time to look at, because if it's not tradable, I have to focus on other stuff. Big drop in Cron. Wow, look at this drop down to 11.14, and CRON, and these other cannabis stocks like CGC are falling down as well. Maybe time to compensate for these huge gains they've been making the last few days. BILI spiking up here. You can look at BILI, see this nice little flag breakout on BILI from pre-market up to 13.27. ABIL needs some more volume, man. It's just the volume's just too low right now for this one. All right, staff starting to drop underneath the VWAP here. BILI spiking up. For most of these cannabis stocks, the VWAP's not low enough for the VWAP fade. You know, like this is way up here at 12.04, and so the VWAP would really have to be at like 11.50 for me to want to jump in this. And so we'll see what happens, but it's not the setup right now for the cannabis stocks. I have to wait to get the VWAP a little bit lower. STAF looks a little bit better. BRKS is one. Look at BRKS here, man. Missed it. Look at that. Perfect. Gotta figure out the right sizing to take with this. I think 75 cents shares is reasonable. Maybe not. I don't like this bounce. Not jumping in it now. Too big a chance that it squeezes up here and breaks the high of the day. It's too high now. I'm not going to mess with that one. And I mean, it may have faked us out here, but I wouldn't even call this a VWAP fade. I'd call that a fake out. DSW. DSW doesn't look that bad, but it needs to get a little bit lower before this pullback to the VWAP. STAF. Now, as STAF pulls back here, it's a little bit more interesting. CGC is actually fading beautiful here. CGC. The problem I'm scared of is that Kron is going to come back. Because IGC rebounded. A lot of these other cannabis stocks rebounded here. Appreciate the sub. Hey, appreciate the sub, Keith. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, watching DSW and Staff here. They're both kind of pulling back to the VWAP. I'm not sure if I really want to quite get in it yet. Gonna let a little bit more of a bearish trend happen. Looking at BRKS here. Actually, a little weird. I think it's an acquisition. I'm not going to mess with it. There's the drop in DSW. DSW would have been a nice little fade. Missed it. HTZ. Yeah, just low volume with it, but we'll see what happens here. Hey, Silver, appreciate the $2 dono, brother. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the $2 super chat, man. Appreciate the support, bro. Means a lot, man. But so I really appreciate it, bro. Really, really appreciate it, man. Shout out to Silver Surfer for the $2 dono. Appreciate it. All right, so look, DSW is right around the VWAP. I guess I'll take a small position here. Pulled back too quick. Little spready. Let's see if we get a bounce back up there. I need a bigger bounce. It just didn't give me that bigger bounce. I barely missed it, but I missed it. I want to see it get back up to this $33 level. But watching DSW here. I don't know if it's going to give it to me. Wait. Alright, I'm in with 50 shares on DSW. My risk is 33.24, which it's pretty close to now. Yeah, I got to get out. Squeezed up on me. $22 loss. No worries. Losing days are going to happen. I only allow myself to trade one more time. And so we'll see how that goes. But DSW squeezed up really, really quick on me, which is fine. I'm not really seeing that many good VWAP fade setups. DSW looked good, but it squeezed too quickly. STAF is a little bit more shady here. Yeah, for sure, Rel. I mean, it's a little choppy, and DSW isn't really the type of stock I like to get in these fades with. And so I'm, $22 is small in the grand scheme of things. But, obviously, the biggest thing, I have to learn to lose as a trader. right? Because losing days are gonna happen, and losing days are always gonna happen, you know. And I have to learn to lose a little bit more gracefully. I hate losing, as you know I should. I think to be a successful trader, you have to be very competitive, and I definitely am. Look at BILI here, BILI, maybe for the VWAP rejection. And also, some days are just better for the fade than others. Like both fades, I saw two fades on CGC and DSW. They both faked me out today. Yeah, I'm short. Eugene. I'm a short bias trader for sure, man. If I made a mistake with DSW, um, it was probably not exiting out. I even said, I said my risk is 323, and then I let it run to 340s. And so that was the biggest mistake I made on that one. BILI pulling back to this VWAP level here. It's also previous resistance, so I don't mind BILI here. I'm debating on that or staff, right? Staff has shown possible reversal signal here, but BILI doesn't look too bad if it gets rejected here. We'll wait. Jay, I like it, brother. I like it, man. I like it. Good one, man. I actually laughed a little bit from that one, Jay, so appreciate the humor, brother. If anybody wants to know what I'm laughing at, Eugene asked, "Are you a short seller?" And Jay said, "Yeah, he's only 5 feet tall." I like it, brother. I like it, man. So waiting for a pullback to staff up to 307 is what I'm looking for. Risk area can be at 312, so a short risk. There's 303, 304. All right, I'm in with 100 shares on staff. There we go. Let's see if we get a bigger pullback here. I like that rejection. Let's see if we can get a little bit more here. Risk is where that previous high was. Really good entry from Tefts. Back up to 307. 308. Up to 310. I just don't want to see it get squeezed up here. If it gets squeezed up, I can jump out. I just want to see that area hold as resistance. Let's see if we get a wash back down. I like this risk area of 313. There we go. Beautiful. I'm going to take a partial here. Actually, I'm out. Woo! I just got out of the whole position. I saw myself green on the day, guys, and I got out. But yeah, that's the perfect VWAP fade right there. Got out for a $30 gain on that one. Whew. We'll see if I can get into anything else today. But yeah, that's the perfect VWAP fade. I didn't execute it right, and I should have used bigger sizing. But I'm not. Here's the thing. This is how I trade, and I feel like this is how traders should approach this, right? If you have a losing trade, you need to go in with smaller sizing, right? At least smaller sizing relative to the range of the stock. And so, that's ultimately why I used only 100 shares with that one, is because you got to take it small. If you have a losing day, especially if I have like a $25 losing day, I want to take it small the next go around. And so, I took 100 shares, and I should have held a little bit here, but I think after this huge drop, this is more than I even needed. My entry was 310, and I wrote it down to 380. I got about 30 cents a share on that trade. Yeah, for sure. Green is good, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I just got out when I could. I saw, you always want to try to sell into the breakout. Like, right? You want to sell into the breakout or the breakdown. You don't want to sell, and I could have taken 50 shares profit, but, I just got out for a green trade. I'll take it. I lost about 10 cents. I could have held on a little bit longer, but, I'll take it. Especially after being down 25 on the day. I'll definitely take it. Beautiful fade there, though. This is the fade right here on staff. And the key here, guys, and this is something you really want to understand, is that the key here is that staff has shown a propensity to VWAP fade in the past. Historically, STAF has faded, has really fulfilled the VWAP fade before. As you saw, the example this morning on a previous VWAP fade was on STAF. Because if I go all the way back to August 15th, a beautiful fade that looks extremely similar to what happened this morning. And so it's done it before in the past, and that means it has a greater chance of doing it again. Right, for sure, Keith. Yeah, man, I'm happy with my trade today, man. Like, even, if you're just now joining us and you see a $6 gain, you might say, well, that's tiny. What are you doing, bro? You're happy about $6? Honestly, I'm super happy about $6, because if you saw this 10 minutes ago, I was down $26. And so I had a $30 gain. A 30 cents a share gain is the big thing. That's 30 cents a share I made on staff. But yeah, I'm definitely happy with it. I'll take it. I don't know if I'm going to trade anything else. We'll see. I got to have some discipline here. Yeah, I'm watching BILI here. It when a stock when it breaks over the VWAP and then tries to hold that level of support, I don't like it as much. Now, I do think it's a good risk reward trade at this point, because if you look at if you look at BILI, you could set your risk here at 13.15. So that's a 15-cent risk. Your reward's all the way down to $12.75, so 25-cent reward. And so the risk to reward isn't bad right now on BILI if you enter it right at 13, but it could very easily squeeze up, and so you got to be careful. Honestly, STAF just moved so quick that it was hard to kind of process it. He washed out, and this is the beautiful thing about it, is that whenever it works, it usually works pretty well. GERN. Yeah, GERN looks like a fade. It's actually more of a VWAP rejection, but you could set your risk at 504, so like literally like a 3-cent risk. The range is a little small. Your reward could be either down here at 493, so a 7 cent reward 2-to-1, or a what is that, 14 cents, or 4-1 if you depending on where you want to set your reward. But you could set your risk here at 504 or up there at 507, depending on how much you want to set your reward. Yeah, there goes BILI here. Yeah, exactly. Good risk to reward. People see it. BILI washing down. ATAI. Yeah, I mean, for ATAI, this one got halted yesterday over and over again. I think it may bounce here at the VWAP, but I have no idea. I'm not much of a long bias trader. I'm just not. I do much better shorting. But watching ATAI here, see if it bounces at the VWAP. But yeah, there goes BILI track racer. I think that was you that called that one out, right? SSC. SSC already had a really nice fade this morning. I'm kind of bummed out. You can see this fade on SSC right here. Right there. Beautiful SSC fade. I appreciate the sub. Vincent. Appreciate the sub. Ella. Welcome, guys. Appreciate it. Hey, brother. Green is good, brother. Green is good, man. Nice work, Quentin. Nice work, brother. Hey, John, how do you find these stocks that are perfect for the VWAP fade? Do you use a scanner or something? Yeah, I use a mix of different things, man. I use SnapTrade. You can see SnapTrade here tells me, kind of the biggest movers in the market. There's a free scanner here from SnapTrade. Also, I use, Arian's World screens his, he live streams his trade idea scanner. And so, I use that. I use Arian's World scanner sometimes. I use a few different things. Usually I just kind of build. Honestly, all I really do, most of the time, guys, I prefer the VWAP fade if the stock is gapped up too much. Like usually I want to see overextended on the upside stocks. Like I want to see stocks that are gapping up over 10%, that look overextended, and then fade the next morning. Like Staff is a perfect example. This one's really overextended. Had this huge gap all the way to the 350s from, a $2 to 350, almost 100% gap up, 50 cents away from 100% gap up. And so I just look for overextended stocks on the upside. And so, that's all I really do. IONS fade, Todd. Let's check it out. Yeah, I usually don't like doing it on stocks that are gapping down. And I'm not saying they never work on stocks that are gapping down, but you can see IONS kind of faked people out. Like this looked like a good fade here, but it just spiked up, and so it may be a VWAP rejection here, but that's why I like gapping up stocks is because, I would dare to say that most of the time when a stock gaps up over 10%, usually it's going to wash out some at the open, But it's not always the case. Looking at BRKS. It all just depends on what type of trader you are, Keith, Like, for instance, I love U-Stock. Don't get me wrong. I really do. I like U-Stock. $1 commissions. It's great for long traders, right? U-Stock. But you can't short anything. And so that's the biggest flaw with U-Stock is that you can't short anything. And I'm a short bias trader. And so that's why you don't really see me trading on U-Stock anymore is because I can't short. I've made my profits shorting stocks and I can't short on U-Stock. And so if you're a long bias trader and you only like long setups, I think U-Stock is a good option. But if you're a short bias trader, you're not going to be able to short on U-Stock. And so it all just depends, man. It just depends on what kind of trader you are. If you like shorting, if you like going long, how long you're going to hold the stocks. If you're a day trader, swing trader, it all depends, man. Yeah, 100%, Mr. Charts, 100% Todd. Yeah, man, I'm a huge my main strategy is taking advantage of overextended stocks, And the stock, preferably to be in my criteria, needs to gap up at least 10%. If it gaps up at least 10%, it's usually, a pretty good it's usually a pretty good option for VWAP fades if we can hit it. Appreciate the sub, Jonathan Stanley. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, it usually the stock has to gap up for me to like it for a VWAP fade. If the stock's gapping down, there's too much of a chance that it's going to start filling the gap, right? Because it's like I try to kind of combine all these different things. Like gap fills are a big thing. A lot of times a stock will gap up a big amount, and then it'll either completely or partially fill the gap on the way down. And so it'll gap up a huge amount, and then it'll come back down and wash for the rest of the day, filling the gap. And I think that happens with gap downs too. I think a lot of times the stock will gap down, and then it will fill the gap on the upside. And so because of that, if I'm looking for a short position, I need to look for gapping up stocks, trying to take advantage of gap fill strategies, if that makes sense. Not to make it too complex, but that's kind of my mentality with it. I feel like most of the time when a stock gaps up, it fails and it comes back down. Now, whether it happens on the first day or the second day, I don't know. But usually it comes back down, at least in my opinion. Yeah, you can short on Webull, but you have to have a margin account, which is over $2,000. Like you have to deposit over $2,000 and be approved for a margin account on Webull. But I love Webull. Don't get me wrong. I love Webull. I think Webull is huge for traders because it allows pre-market and after-hours trading. So I can deposit $100 into a Webull account and trade in after-hours and pre-market, and so it's huge for swing traders. SSC, pulling back here, looks kind of interesting. It looks like a good risk level at 508. Looks like a good risk level here. If you get in at 5, you got an 8-cent risk. Potential reward would be at the low of the day. So down 30 cents. So 8 to 30, better than 3 to 1. SSC, gonna watch this one. It also may run into some resistance here, or some support here at 483. And so if you get in at 5, 483 would be 17-cent reward. Still 8-cent risk or so. Not bad. It'd have to get up to 5. Yeah. So I was just about to show somebody that yeah, so I'm using TradeNet and Tefs, which is kind of like a prop firm. The best way I can describe it is, it's kind of like a prop firm. So I pay for an educational package on TradeNet. And so, for instance, I paid for the $500 intro package, and Tefs partners with me once I do that and supplies me with an account with $14,000 in equity with a $700 max loss. And so if I go under $13,300, they close my account down, and any profits over $14K, there's a 70-30 split. And so if I bring my account up to $15K, I keep $700, they keep $300, right? And the shorts, there's tons of shorts available. Anything you can trade on Tefs, you can short. And so for that reason, I love Tefs. If you're interested in signing up as well, I do have a link that gets you 10% off a Tefs or TradeNet package. And here's the link. I'll go ahead and post it here. It does get you 10% off a TradeNet package. And if you want to help support the channel, we do make a small commission if you go through our link that I just posted in the chat. And so I appreciate it if you do. But yeah, even if you don't want to go through my link and you want to just go to their website, you can go to tradenet.com and sign up that route. But yeah, the biggest flaw is some stocks are not tradable on Tefs. That's the biggest flaw, at least in my opinion. But it's worth it, at least for me. I still use them. So SSC pulling up here. It's up to 496. Honestly, I've seen a lot of fake outs today with the fade, and so I don't even know if I want to jump into anything else. I probably won't, to be honest with you. And I know that may not be the most exciting stream here, but I came back from a I came back from a $25 or $26 loss, and so I don't want to risk it anymore. I think if you come back from a huge loss like that, I think I think you need to have a little bit of discipline here. And that's ultimately what I'm going to try to do, is have a little bit of discipline and not force anything else here. But SSE does look like a good setup, if I'm being honest. I can see it coming back down to these lows at 470, or at least down to 483. The good thing, it has a good risk level at 508. And so your risk is about 9 or 10 cents. If you set your target at 470, that's 3 to 1. Even if you set your target here, it's almost 2 to 1 if you set your target at this support level. And so looks good. We'll see what happens with it. Yeah, they work on a Mac, Derek. They have a Mac platform as well, bro. Yeah, it's open to U.S. residents. So Narish, so it's not something, so you're actually paying for a package, right? You're not depositing money. You're paying for a package, an educational package. And it comes with a day trading course, and it comes with like 2 weeks of free membership to their chat room. But you're paying for the package. It's not deposited. Then Tefts partners with you and supplies you with a $14,000 account, but there's a $700 max loss. And so if you go under 13,300, they close your account. And you can't withdraw anything unless you bring it up enough. So like if, for instance, if I brought the account from 14K up to 15K, that would be $1,000 in profit, and I could withdraw the $1,000. But there is a profit split of 70-30, so out of that 1,000, I would keep 700 and they would keep 300. But you can't deposit your own money into it. You're paying for a package, and then Tefts is partnering with you and supplying you with that package, or with that funded account. And there's different levels. Like the intro is 500. If you go through me, it's 450. And then there's the student, which I think is like 3,000. And then there's expert and so forth and so on. And so go check them out. If you go through the link, there's a contact button. You can contact them and ask them any questions you have. Nice, K Squad. Hey, congrats, brother. Yeah, right. DSP says, honestly, you have more shorts available than I do with E-Trade. Honestly, for sure, man. That's what I love about Tefts. Um, how about the commissions on TradeNet? Or it's actually Tefts. So the commissions on Tefts is 0.006 cents a share. And so it's about $3 for a round trip. And so, for instance, I traded twice today. I have $6 in gross profit. I would be completely break even on the day. Right, so I'd be completely break even, and so it's 0.006 cents a share, but there's a 150 minimum per trade, right? And so with anything under 200 shares, it's $1.50 in and $1.50 out, and so $3 for a round trip. I appreciate the sub, Heffy. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, no worries, brother. No worries, man. Adam, so to short on Thinkorswim, Adam, you have to have a margin account. It's just like Webull. So to short on Thinkorswim, you have to have a margin account, and you have to have over 2,000 in your account. You have to have over 2 grand in your account, and then you also have to request a margin account. So if you have over 2 grand in your account, you can request. You have to contact TD Ameritrade and request them allow you to use margin. And so if you don't have over 2 grand, or you haven't been approved for a margin account, it's going to reject you every time. And I've used Thinkorswim before, and so that's the only reason I know that, is because I've traded on Thinkorswim before. Silver, I mean, it's, you can sign up and just not look at the course. To be honest, I didn't really use the course that much. I didn't really, I looked at the course, but I really bought it for the funded account. Like when I paid for TradeNet and Tefts, I bought the package, and I was contacted by my account manager within like 2 days, and I just told him, I said, hey, look, I really just want the funded account. Can you send me my login info? And they sent me my login info within like 2 days. I had my login info for my funded account, and so that's how it happened for me. I can't say how it's gonna work for you, but the best thing is to do is just ask TradeNet. Yeah, no worries, Adam. Yeah, it still causes the 150 live gains. Yeah, you still got to pay it, brother. It's still cheap in the grand scheme of things, but you do still have to pay it. And so it all counts as, every time I add to the position, every time I cover some of the position, it's going to charge me that 150. Alex, I use Thinkorswim and Tafts. Like if you look at the right side, I love Thinkorswim's charting. It's the charting I've used the most, and so Thinkorswim charting is the charting I'm the most comfortable with. And so regardless of what broker I have, I almost always use Thinkorswim no matter what for charting. And then you can see my Tefts account is on the left side here. This is Tefts, and I just use them to execute my trades. But I use Thinkorswim for charting. Just because I'm the most comfortable with it. It's what I see the best patterns with, I feel like. So yeah, SSC had a little bit of a pullback here and it bounced, off of these levels here. We'll see what SSC does. It's really just building more resistance above it at 503. And so, the more it does this, the shorter you can make your risk, so because now it's a triple top at 503. If you look at this, triple top right here. Yeah, it's 0.006 cents a share silver. Yeah, I have the Thinkorswim smartphone app. I don't have the TD Ameritrade one, but I have the Thinkorswim smartphone app. BRKS spiking up here. Yeah, their commission's 0.006 cents a share, but there's a 150 per trade minimum. And so like today I would be completely break even. I traded twice, and so 150 in and 150 out for both of those positions. And so $3 total per round trip, 2 round trips, $6. I'm completely net even. I'm net flat today. And so I'm happy with that. Hey, appreciate it, Alex. Hey, appreciate it, brother. He says, thanks, man. You're the most down-to-earth trader on YouTube. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support, bro. Yeah, man. I'm just, I'm not trying to act like a guru or an expert or anything like that, man, because the truth is I'm still fresh as a trader. I've only been trading regularly for about a year, and I found consistent profits. I'm happy with that, but I'm still pretty green as a trader, so, I don't want to. I just try not to sell everybody anything. If you want to help support our channel, you could sign up through TradeNet. I make a small commission from it, but I don't, that's all optional. I just try to give people stuff for free. I want to be a successful trader. I don't want to be a successful seller of day trading courses. You know what I mean? And so my goal is to be a successful trader. That's what I'm working towards. Most likely, Tony. I'm probably done. Yeah, Keith. Yeah, I don't have a Lambo, brother. I've got a Toyota, man. But yeah, I'm probably done, Tiny. I'm not gonna, I've come back from a bigger loss. Not a huge loss. It was actually a small loss. Don't get me wrong. But I came back from a bigger loss today, a $26 loss, and so I came back and I'm actually gross profits on the day, and so I'm done. I don't wanna risk anymore. I've already come back. I don't want to give back, any more money in this market. Just because there's been a lot of fake outs today, really. A lot of stuff is faked out with the VWAP fade. And so I'm happy to just be flat on the day, Look at IQ. Got you. Yeah, IQ, it's already done it a few times here. I don't know if you consider this a fade, but here, here. And so now it's the third push. I don't trust it as much. It could be okay. But like I said, SSC was probably the best example of it. Look at this wash. SSC is probably the best example of it. And I know somebody took SSC, so good luck if you're in SSC. It looks like it's working out if you're shorting it. What's up, Mads? Real cool trader here, just relaxing, saying it right away, like you say, still fresh. Do you have a job or do you only trade? Yeah, so I'm a real estate agent. I also run an Amazon business that pays the bills, and so I have a little bit of freedom to trade the market every morning. And but yeah, I mean, I have other jobs. I don't trade for a living yet. I don't make enough to trade for a living yet, but I'm getting there. I just need to raise that sizing some, but. Yeah, I'm a real estate agent. I also have a few different Amazon businesses that pay the bills. And so, yeah. Yeah, Track Racer. It's beginnertrading@gmail.com. CGC kind of pulling back to the view up here. If you look at CGC, it doesn't look that bad. Let's look at the risk. So if I got in this trade, risk would be at maybe 43.50 looks reasonable. The $half risk. And so 43.50 is the risk, so that gives me about 30 cents as a risk. Potential reward would be at this low at 42.46. And so about, what is that, 70 cents? 60, 70 cent reward, so better than 2 to 1. If you set your risk at this 43.50 level. I think there's a solid chance that it might pull up here, but, doesn't look that bad. And there goes SSC. Like I said, other traders see the good risk to reward in trades like this, right? And so if you're a new trader, the best thing I can give you is look for risk to reward, because other traders see it too. And when other traders see good risk to reward, they're going to jump in the trade as well. And so it has the most momentum. I didn't get in SSC, but if you analyze the risk to reward here from, $5 to this previous high of 508, that's an 8-cent risk. Potential reward would be at least down to 482. And so about an 18-cent reward, depending on where you set it, it could be at 470. If it's at 470, it's 3 to 1. If it's at 480, it's at 2 to 1. But regardless, it's good reward to risk ratio, and so that's why that's ultimately what I look for with these type of setups. Hey Hans, appreciate the $5 dono, brother. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support, brother. Glad you're finding value in my stream, man. So appreciate it, brother. Like I said, CGC, I think it has a solid chance to squeeze up and test 43.50. But yeah, appreciate the $5 dono, brother. Appreciate it, Hans. Welcome, man. But yeah, like I said, it had a solid chance to push up and squeeze 43.50. And so regardless of how accurate that is, if it has good risk to reward, you're still straight in the trade. It'll even out in the long run. Silver, here's the thing though. Like, if you use 2,000 shares, yeah, it's $12, but most brokers, like for instance, TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim is $12 for a round trip. And so it's, even if you use larger share size, it's still going to be the same as other brokers. It's either going to be cheaper or right at what other brokers charge. Like SureTrader, when I use SureTrader, with ECN fees added in there, if I would take 1,000 share position, my commissions would be like $17 for a round trip. And so, $12 for a round trip is still pretty cheap. That's the same thing that, Thinkorswim offers $12 for a round trip. And so it's right around there. So it's not too bad. VVPR. Yeah, VVPR is a former runner. I remember this one pushing up previously. Yeah, it started to spike today. Looks like it's starting to slow down. It looks like a low float stock. Could be a pump. Who knows? Um, and it's starting to slow down. Watching it around 2. See if it continues to hold that level of support. Kyle Kraft, hey man, new to the channel and trading in general. Do you mainly short? Shorting seems intimidating for me first starting out. Yeah, man, I only short stocks. You never see me go long. Just because I think panic is a stronger emotion than hope. And so I think people panic much easier than they have hope in a long setup. And so, a lot of times, stocks will drop really, really quickly, and I just try to take advantage of that. And so it's also like I just try to take advantage of overextended stocks, right? So stocks that are gapping up too much, that are gapping up over 100% or over 10% really is what I look for. That means they're overextended in my mind and that they may be a good short candidate, Yeah, BRKS has been steady pushing up. I have it on my other monitor. It's just kind of slowly rising up, just keeps going up. There hasn't been a red candle in 15 minutes. There hasn't been a red candle, so crazy. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy to have a break-even day today. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go grab something, so give me 1 second, man. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, exactly, Nick. Shorting's easier than going long. It's just finding the shares. That's the hardest part. That's actually what I'm not really looking forward to that if I do transition from TEFs to a different broker, because with TEFs I don't have to locate anything. Anything that's tradable on TEFs is shortable. And yeah, look at SSC going down to that 480 level. I was talking about 2-to-1 on that. But yeah. That's what hopefully I'll be able to keep the consistency up if I switch brokers. But yeah, I think the biggest thing new traders need to do is they need to start looking at risk to reward. And I get it, man. Like I really do. Like as a new trader, I never really looked at it. I thought, you don't need risk reward. All you have to do is find good setups. All you have to do is find the right patterns, and you don't need to look at risk to reward. And that's what I was doing wrong this whole time. And I know it seems insignificant to look at risk to reward, but that is one of the most important things you can do, right? Because it's not only, you know, it's not only that your reward is going to be bigger than your risk, it's that other traders see that bigger reward to risk ratio as well. And so when they see that ratio, more people are going to jump in your direction, and it's going to start moving in your direction a large percentage of the time, because other traders see the good risk to reward as well. And so it's not just about you having a good risk relative to the reward. It's about other traders seeing that and that stock having more momentum in your direction, you know, if that makes sense. Exactly, Nick. If you take 3 to 1, you only have to be right 33% of the time, you know, and that's 100%. And if you can find a setup, like I think the VWAP fade has a good accuracy rate and it has good risk to reward. And so if you can find one with a good accuracy and a good risk to reward, you know, that's where you want to be as a trader. DSW looking weak. Let's look at DSW here. Triple top or double top here. Oh, actually, it is a triple top. I didn't see this pre-market. You know, could be a flat top breakout, could be a wash back down. It's putting in higher highs or higher lows. You see here, and so we'll see what happens with that one. Maybe BRKS maybe starting to come back down. BRKS has been running all day today. Look at BRKS. Look at this run. Yeah, this 350 or this 4350 level's holding. Maybe, I know I called out, I thought maybe 350, 4350 would have been a good risk area. Maybe this previous high at 4370 would have been better, but this is why I'm not jumping in anything right now. Yeah, I mean, so the VWAP is just this. Like, this is the VWAP. Like, you can, on Thinkorswim, you can add the high and low plots, but I don't like those. I just like using the middle VWAP. When I have the high and low plots, it's just too much on my screen. So I just take off the high and low points of that. But the actual VWAP is actually just this purple line here. The other ones are the plots that mark the, you know, range. ATAI. But yeah, guys, I'm probably done for the day. I'm not going to get into anything else. I'm just going to sit on my break-even day after coming back and coming back from a $30 loss. I'm just going to sit on my hands today, guys. I think that's the smartest way for me to be right now. Appreciate the sub. I am calm. Appreciate it, brother. Welcome, man. Appreciate the sub, Kian. Welcome. SHLD. Yeah, I mean, it failed the fade here. You know, you see it failed here. I think one way to look at this is like when it puts in higher lows here, it may be a little bit less reliable. But, you know, it doesn't always work. Nothing works 100% of the time. And honestly, I'm noticing a lot of fake outs in the VWAP fade setup today. And so because of that, you know, I'm just sitting on my hands. I'm happy that I came back from that $30 loss or that $26 loss, whatever it was. I'm happy I came back with that. Ended up gross profit, break-even day really, but gross profit day, I'm happy with that. Yeah, so if you haven't already, make sure you join us tomorrow morning, same time as always. I day trade live on stream every weekday morning. Stream starts at 8:45 a.m. market time, so make sure you join us then. Also, if you want to help support the channel, click the like button right now in this video. Also, guys, if you want to know how I find stocks to trade, I've been using SnapTrade. It's an awesome free website for traders to use. You can see it has all these awesome pre-selected scans like recent earnings, upcoming earnings, but it also has a scanning page that allows me to change a lot of different things here. I also can build a watch list each morning, and if I want to add something, really easy to just tag that to my watch list. And save, and it's tagged and added to that list. And so really awesome free website, so go check it out. Yeah, I've been using it for a while now to look up the news on certain stocks. And so for instance, even if I just want to see the news on my watch list stocks, the catalyst for all the stocks in my watch list, all I have to do is click watch list here and it brings up the news on my list. Also, each stock has its own specific page, and so if I want to look at each stock's page, all I have to do is click the stock. It shows me when earnings came out, compares it with the overall market, allows me to set price alerts, and shows me historical prices with news and stuff like that. And so a really awesome free scanning website for you to take advantage of. It's called Snaptrade, snaptrade.us. So make sure you go check that out. But yeah, guys, not a bad day. Came back from those losses. And so hopefully I can finish the week out strong this week. Have a good rest of the week. But yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. I'll see you all tomorrow morning, same time as always. Click the like button right now if you want to help support this channel. And yeah, good luck for the rest of the day, guys. Have a good one.